What's going on, guys? The Gaming Ram here, and welcome back to BeamNG Drive. And today we're back here at the shop, and as you guys can possibly see, today we're going to be getting started on the Porsche 930 over here. This car has been sitting out here. I bought this car a couple of weeks ago. It was a nice little barn find in the backyard of somebody. It was a little Porsche enthusiast, and he decided to let it go. And so we're going to get started building on this car today and see what we'll find. And hopefully we can get this little car up and running. So that's going to be pretty cool. Our Chrysler 300, we got it wrapped from sponsored by Liberty Walk, which this is pretty cool. You guys are just joining us. This car was a standard 5.7 Hemi Chrysler 300. It was the Sport. So it now have the SRT 392 Hemi in it. It is not a stock 392. The 392 is cammed. Its engine has been, the block has been, I think the block has been built. So it does have a stage 3. It has an aggressive cam. It has a red eye supercharger. And the engine block has been built to a forged bottom end. So it's a stupid strong bottom end on it. It's an 8-speed. That's that 8 HP 45 automatic transmission, rear-wheel drive. It has the red tail ECU, and basically that's about it as far as the car. We did dyno the car. The car was making in the dyno, I think it was about 6 to the wheels. It was making a crap. I think it was like 6. I can't really remember. But we do got the car back. And I think it looks good. I think it looks good. Hold on. Let me turn this off. Put it in Savage. So this thing is absolutely amazing now. I mean, the 5.7 Hemi wasn't bad, but come on. What would you pick? I'm still waiting on some drag radials to put on the back. That's going to give us a lot more traction. Because right now, these tires, they're not cutting it. And these are not stock tires at all. Like, these are still some race tires, but they're not doing it. We need some drag tires on here to stick to be able to actually put that power down, because this car is making a lot of power now, and it's hard to put power down from something that wasn't even designed to make this much power now. The 5.7 Hemi was not even making close to 500 horsepower. Now that it's making over 600 horsepower, yeah, you kind of got to keep your eyes on it. So it does have that cam in it, so that's really nice. So there you go. There's your Liberty Walk Chrysler 300. This is a customer's truck that they brought in. It's Chevy Silverado, 2500 Duramax. Basically, the truck came in for, I think, an alignment. Yep, it came in for an alignment. As you can see, that alignment is terrible. And they also want to see if they can put, I think, wheel spacers on it. But I think I told him, I think that's as wide as you're going to be able to get this truck, and unless you want to change your tire setup. So we're going to do an alignment on that. But before we do that, we got to get this Porsche in the shop. Do I have the forklift over here? I don't know. I might have. Someone came in to borrow it, and I don't know if they brought it back yet. They brought it back. Cool. We're going to need it today. So let's go over here, and let's see if we can get that Porsche in the shop. Now, the Porsche does not run, and there's no point of trying to get it running, because the car isn't pretty bad. Oh, yes. Another thing we got to do. That Chevy C10. We had shipped it out to get the frame looked at. And they had to also ship it out somewhere else. So the car, or I should say the truck, is over at another shop. Not that far from here, actually. Not that far from the other shop. So technically, they are going to be calling us to come and pick it up. I hate doing it like this, but because if the frame's rotten, yeah, that's not good. So, but like I say, the car already got to get worked on, so it doesn't even matter at this point in time. Oh, I hate that bounce. I hate that bounce. I hate that bounce. Oh, I hate that bounce. I want to try to get it on this lift. I'm going to have to lift it to get it over there, though. I just hate that bounce. Like, that's enough to tweak the frame and everything else, especially a rotten car. We're going to have to almost drive through it, get the thing straight, bag it back. And then I think we could just push it from here. All right. We might actually be set up perfect on it. We might be. Ooh. We'll take a look. We will take a look. Oh, no. We're not ready yet. Hold on. Actually, we might be under it enough. Take a look. We might actually be under it enough, though. Yeah. All right. We'll lift it up a little bit more.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Ah, shit.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
As long as it doesn't fall. I mean, we gotta take it apart anyway, but as long as it doesn't fall on us. I just want to take a quick peep under here. I'm gonna fix this car, put it back on the lift right, and basically we're gonna start stripping this thing down. So I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Alright, so this is what we have so far. We did take the front suspension loose. Well, we took it off. It's not on the car. So the front suspension is off. The front bumper, the front, what do they call it? Trunk. Basically the front trunk, that's off. What else? Back here, we got the rear bumper. The only thing is like right now the engine is still in the car. So we have the engine, the mufflers, and the rear suspension. That is still on the car because it's a trans-axle car. So I'm not ready to take the engine out of the car yet. But what we are going to do is we're going to... let's see. We're going to work on trying to get the suspension off. So we're going to start taking the suspension loose. And so it would just be nothing but the engine and the transmission. So... basically, the front end, we're gonna redo it. It's a wishbone. I think they call it a double wishbone front suspension. So we're gonna have to see if we can get one of those again to put back on here. So let's go and see if we can get this off now. All right, so we have that now off. So the rear suspension is off. The rear suspension is a trailing arm style of suspension. And so now we have nothing but the engine. So we have complete access to it now. And originally I'm like, we could do two things here. We can take the engine out of the car, engine transmission. The transmission is going to have to be taken out of the car anyway, because I think I'm going to get that transmission rebuilt. So we're going to get the transmission rebuilt, and then the engine, we could keep it in there, but we're going to have to take all of it out. Let's just be honest. Like, we're going to take it all out, and then I'm going to send the transmission out to go and get rebuilt. And the engine, honestly, we might try to get it rebuilt, but then again, I might see if I can find one. But more than likely, we're going to probably send them both off together, so that way we don't have to really worry about it. So let me get that transmission out, and then we'll get started here. I gotta get that forklift in position. So far, the car is coming along very well. I haven't came across no serious issues with the car. Not to my knowledge, anyway. But it's still early. Alright, so we have the engine and the trans axle out of the car. So all we gotta do is we're gonna load these up on the tow truck. Because I'm going to drop these off at the place, and it's going to be dropped off at the same place to where we got to go and pick up the C10. And so, basically, that's going to be an easy... Crap. I always hate these dang crates. Yeah, we got to get it from this side. Those are forks. Get from under it. There you go. This thing is gonna be ridiculous. We're just gonna do that. Oh, you're so close. Come on. Scoot it over a little bit. Alright. So we're gonna leave this forklift in here. Because we gotta do two things. So we gotta do a lot of running. So... Oh my... Okay, well, I got myself stuck in this situation. So, basically what we're gonna do is we're going to take this stuff. We're gonna take this stuff over to the shop. That basically what they're gonna do is they're gonna look at the engine, look at the transaxle, and see if any of them can be restored or rebuilt. If it can be rebuilt, I'm gonna let them rebuild it. They're gonna rebuild it, and then I don't know how long it's gonna take because I don't know about the parts. You know, it's an old Porsche. I think it's a 1970 something, so it's an old car. So I don't know anything about parts, if you can even get parts for these cars. I don't even know how easy it is to get parts. So they're gonna rebuild the engine, possibly the transaxle if it's rebuildable. And we're gonna drop that off. We're gonna pick up the C10, the customer C10, because the frame. Again, they looked at the frame. The frame is ready for pickup, so we got a lot of work to do. And then when we drop that off, we got to come back, load up the Porsche, because in the morning, we're going to be taking it back to the place that we're dropping this off. Boy, we got a lot of work to do, don't we?
Don't hold back.
All right, this is where we're going to drop it off at. We're going to drop it off right there in that little bay. And so now we got to get into this little garage over here so we can... get that frame. Okay. So, I do have the working winch. That's how I do this stuff. There she go. Should just roll right up on there. That back wheel's dragging, but there's really nothing on it that's going to prevent it from rolling. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. I did speak too soon. Alright. We are good. Bam! Look at that. Frame looking good. Alright. So, we're ready to get up out of here as soon as we tie it down. Because I'm not about to lose this truck. I'm going to bag it in the garage here. I'm going to put it on this little lift over here, this 4-post. Most of our work is going to be on the 4-post. There we go. We got the frame on the 4-post now. We're going to have to get this car on this truck, which I'll show you guys how we're going to do it. So we're going to just park the truck up. Turn that off. So we got it parked. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get in the forklift. It's already set up perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bag the forklift up. And we're going to lift up the forks. And we're going to get right up in the middle. And try not to bump it off of the thing. Because that will happen. That will happen. I don't know if it's going to be enough. We're going to have to do a tie down. We're going to have to do that. Let me see if we can find some. That might hold. Yes, sir. It's going to hold. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to lower our lift down. We got to open them, though. And then we're going to bring them on down. But you got to do this very careful because we don't have a lot of room in here. Hold on, wait a minute. All right, bag up a little bit. Try not to break nothing in the shop. And I just hit the mirror off the truck. That's great. That is great. Lovely. Gotta love that. This is where your parallel parking comes in handy. I gotta go around the other way. I'm gonna have to glue that mirror back on or something because I knocked that whole mirror off. And then we're just gonna drive it forward. Like that. And drop it down. Bam. And just like that, our Porsche is now on the truck. Now all I gotta do is just tie down the frame to the truck so it does not slide around or anything like that. Okay, cool. And we're gonna go and drop that off tomorrow. So we're gonna go home, come back tomorrow, drop that off. And when the time you guys see the Porsche 930, it's gonna be a completely different car. You're not even gonna recognize it. And I'm not gonna tell you what we're gonna paint the car, neither, because that's a surprise. You guys gonna stick around for that. Alright? Okay. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on that post notification so you know when I post videos. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
When we on top, how you on top then? You ain't got nothing on us. I'm steady calling your bluff. Pass me the split, need me a puff. You don't want smoke, tell them let's